Age of Stages podcast. Okay, here we go. You ready? Check you. Okay. Okay. We're good. All right, y'all. Let us know if y'all can hear us. If you want to jump on the live on YouTube, you can do that as well. All right. I got the beautiful Wynter Patterson with me, my castmate from Ready to Love Season 2. And if you want, y'all can jump on the Age of Stages YouTube channel, and we are live there as well. And we're about to get started. What's up, world? How's everybody doing out there today? My name is Rashid, and I am the host of the Ages of Stages podcast. Life, love, relationships, and all that other, you know what it is. Thank you guys for joining us on another great Monday night. We are live on location at Sleek Chocolatier here in Houston, Texas at 5868 Westheimer Avenue, Westheimer Drive, right down the street from the Galleria. So every Monday night, 8 to 9, you can join us. We'll take live questions and everything, okay? So I want to thank you guys for joining us so much. I've got a wonderful, beautiful guest, as you guys can see. We're going to introduce Miss Wynter Patterson formally here in just a second while she's looking stunning. I know you all agree, right? Right? I just want to, first of all, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I also want to recap my weekend. I want to give a big shout out to James Keith, the owner and founder of Keith and James. He has a fedora line which is growing and growing and growing. He just had his 5-year anniversary in Atlanta, and he invited me to be a personal guest, so I was extremely humbled and gratified to be there. So it was a beautiful, beautiful event. If y'all are not in tune with Keith and James, y'all need to check him out. I had a great time at the ball there. I want to thank you, brother. That was a great show of black excellence and black ownership and black power, so I love that. So you guys check out my feed and my Instagram to see a recap from that. Now, let's get on to the Age of the Stages. Let me introduce my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guest. This is Miss Wynter Patterson, my castmate from Ready to Love Season 2, Last Resort in the building. Let's everybody give her a big round of applause at home and everybody inside.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, beautiful. I'm glad you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
You excited?
Yes, this is my first time in this place.
Right.
And this is my first time on your podcast. So
I know.
I'm excited.
Thank you for returning the favor.
Yeah.
I had a great time on your podcast, on your show. And you told me it was a big success, so now we got a lot to I got pressure on me.
I set the bar high.
Yes,
right?
you did, but you always do that. So you know that's no surprise to me.
Thank
surprise.
you.
So tell us, how have you been? Tell us, how was your experience with the storm and the ice storm in Houston?
Oh,
I'm sure all of you heard about that on the news. So tell us, how did you come out? How was your experience?
Oh my gosh, that was like apocalyptic type stuff to me. Like, to be that cold and to not have power was absolutely insane. So I lost power for 1 whole day, but I lost water for 5 days. So it was quite an experience. Thank God I had some family that, had power, water, and we made it like a fun family event. So it wasn't bad, but it was tough. It was okay. It was kind of tough. But thank you for checking on me, because you sent me a text like, hey, you good?
Yes, for sure. I got to check on my people.
Yeah.
100%. So did you said you turned it into a whole, full family type?
We did. Like, we had wine. We had pizza.
I know Wynter, you're going to have some wine.
I was going to have some wine. And with me, I'm going to turn into like a party or a game show or something. So.
That's what's up.
But how did you do?
I did great, actually. I never lost power, which was a blessing. I lost maybe a little bit of water for maybe 12 hours. My mom, unfortunately, she had damage to her home, but I was able to go get her, and she stayed with me. And so she was protected. My son was with me as well. He was protected. And now it's just, we got to fix my mom's house, but, insurance will cover that. So she's kind of excited, though. She's kind of excited that she's going to get to do a little renovation.
Yeah.
So. And you know what's funny? Me and you shared a text talking about our moms being with us. Now, I don't know if our moms are listening, but our mom, I know my mom, me and her were already getting on each other's nerves because she had the heat set on hell. and I was trying to do all kind of things. I would try to sneak and turn the air conditioner up, and she would have all kind of. So it was a task, but that's mom, so I got to do it. What about you? Your mom?
My mom was okay, except my mom watches the news 24 hours a day,
right?
And I'm like, I don't like the news.
Right.
Like, so if I'm, sitting down eating dinner or, walking through my living room, I hear CNN or the news all day.
Right.
So.
My mom was saying, I don't know what it is with that age group of demographic. They are so addicted to CNN.
They watch that news, yes.
Like, and it's CNN for the most part. My mom don't even care about what's locally going on. I'm like, Mom, you don't even know what's going on down the street, around the corner. You want like all the CNN stuff. So
only CNN.
Yeah, that was funny. So your mom did get some damage?
My mom's house, so like your mom, she had a lot of damage actually.
Okay.
So she's looking forward to, like your mom, looking forward to a new house. Like she's got to get 3 new beds, 2 new TVs, a refrigerator. Like they got to replace pretty much everything. So she'll walk into a brand new, like state of the art home. So I'm happy for her.
Well, that's good.
And she's hanging out with me in the meantime, and she's a pretty good roommate. Like
is she a pretty good roommate? Well, that's good. My mom is too. It's just I know I could never go back home.
Yeah.
Never go back. And you know what's funny? And a lot of you all out there remember that at about 6 weeks, you remember that, I was living with my mom because she had open heart surgery. So I had to be her caregiver. I had to go back and move back in my house, in my mom's house, staying in my old room from high school.
Oh.
It's a little small, queen bed, it's small to me. And I'm like, it was unbelievable. And then, but I was blessed to be able to return the favor. And have a safe place for her to come. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
My mom lives downstairs and I live upstairs, so that works.
Right. Well, that's good. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get into it. We got some questions. People love you. And you're like a fan favorite from Ready to Love.
Yay!
And we got a lot of people that emailed and sent in questions and want to hear from this winner. And then as you hear, they're making fresh cappuccino and all kind of stuff in here. So again, guys, y'all come out to Sleek Chocolate Tear every Friday night from 8 to 9. What did you order?
I ordered, I told them to give me something I would like. So they gave me some kind of chocolate cappuccino, mocha. It's really good. I don't even know what it is.
I got mine is white chocolate mocha.
Yeah.
And it's sweet though. I like sweet stuff.
Me too.
I got a sweet tooth. At the resort, I'm looking for all kind of candy, sweets and everything.
You want to turn down your volume?
Oh, okay.
Talking about the echo.
My volume. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see it.
We coming.
Y'all know how I'm not the most technically advanced. I will acknowledge that.
Okay.
My volume's all the way down.
That should do it.
Yeah, it was down.
Mine is already down too. So
okay.
Did that help, guys? Let us know.
Okay. But what y'all can do is go to the YouTube Live, and you won't have any issues. There you go.
This is so good.
It is.
I don't even know. It's some kind of mocha. Mocha chocolate amazingness.
Right, there you go. That's what we're going to rename it.
Right.
And it's going to be by Wynter on the side of it.
Mocha chocolate amazingness.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into the first question. All right. So this is Bree. This is an email. She said, what is dating? The difference between grown dating and high school type dating. It seems so many don't even have the basics down. Now, can you speak to that? Can you speak on what Bree's talking about? The difference? Have you seen a difference between
grown
men?
dating and high school dating? I think, you know what? I changed my age bracket.
Okay.
So, like, at this point in life, I don't really date anybody under 35. Because I feel like under 35, 31, 28, that's when you might run into the high school mindset.
Yeah, they don't have it. They don't have it all down there.
Right. Like they may not know how to court me or how to respect me the way I want to be respected.
Right.
So I think changing my age limit, 35 is the minimum.
Okay.
45 is the maximum.
Okay.
Well, okay,
so
no, 48. 48 is the maximum. No.
Hey, Wynter got her own bag, so she don't need no sugar daddy.
There you go.
Right.
I'm securing my own bag. Right. So 35 to 48.
Okay,
hold on. Maybe if I cut mine off, the echo
let's
So I'm going to take mine off.
We're going to try to, you guys on, there we go. Y'all on IG Live, we're going to try to deal with the echo, but please go to the YouTube channel, and you won't see an echo there. All right? Again, we're live, so hey, bear with us. We're trying to figure it out. But thank you again for joining us. Okay. All right, good. So, okay, you want to finish for you? So you just raised the limit from, what was it, 45 to 48.
Right, 35 to 48 is the limit. Because I was going to say 45, but I met a nice 46-year-old. I didn't date him, but so 48. 35 to 48 max.
Okay, somebody said that's better. Okay, so let me stop you right there. You said something that a lot of people have latched on to since the Ready to Love.
Okay.
And you said from the court you properly. That word court. Here we hear that word again. Courting.
There we go.
Okay. So now, what is courting? What does courting of Wynter look like? What will impress you from a man who is courting you? What is courting to you coming from your perspective?
I think, like, if you really want to court me, like, you should put some thought and effort into the date.
Okay.
Okay? So, where are we going? You know, don't just, you know, whatever you want to do, babe, you know, whatever, you know, like.
Y'all get tired. Y'all don't like that.
No, like, we, you know, have a plan, have an idea, or, hey, you know, why don't we go do something different? Like, I like someone who actually puts some thought into it.
Okay.
That's a bonus.
Okay.
But if the guy is not like super creative or anything like that, at least be absolutely attentive and totally present. Like, leave the phone down, look at me, talk to me. Like, let's have an engaging conversation and really get to know each other. I think that's good courtship to me.
Okay.
You know, because who wants to date someone that's the whole time like,
yeah.
Oh, what did you say?
Right. That's hard. Man, it's so hard now with this day and age in dating. And I've talked about this before when I first started dating. Like I felt like had just jumped out of a time machine because I wasn't used to, you know, the dynamics of dating at that point. Because, like, yeah, we were in our phones, but like when I met my ex, this was before Instagram was even out. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little different. I'm trying to navigate through that because you're meeting people now. When you meet a young lady, she might not give you her number. She don't give you her Instagram.
Yeah,
and I was like, I was thrown by that at first, but then you know you have to adapt.
I do that,
right? I didn't know. I wasn't ready. But
I do. I'm like, follow me. Then we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. So so we'll go on to our next question, but let's piggyback off that. So when you do give a guy your IG and he follows you, now does this give you an opportunity to kind of get a peek into his life?
Yep.
Through pictures and stuff like that.
So yeah. So now I get to see like what he's posting. You know, is he just, you know, is he funny? Does he have a good sense of humor? Is he up on current events? Like, I'm kind of getting a little bit of perspective into his personality. And then I'm seeing, like, is he supportive? Is he liking my stuff?
Right.
Is he, you know, looking at my stories?
Yeah.
You know, but I don't really know if he's looking at my stories because it's so many.
Right.
But, you know, is he liking my stuff? Is he engaged in the content? And, you know, I can see who he is a little bit. If he has kids.
Right, okay. Yep.
All of that.
Right, so, okay. Fellas, I will say this. I've learned this the hard way. If you do not like the girls' pictures and videos that you're interested in or that you liking, that you feeling, bro, they notice it. So stop. I'm telling you right now, from my perspective, I'm telling you right now.
Right.
I don't do that. Like everything.
Like the pictures.
Everything.
Right. You should like the pictures. It was a skit about that on Instagram. I think it was like King Batch. He did a skit, and the girl was like, "Why didn't you like my pictures?"
Right.
She was like, "I went to the gym this morning. You didn't like my pictures."
So I didn't get it at first, but I get it. I completely understand. Okay,
like
let's move on. Do you think your approach to dating will change based off of anything you learned from the show or since the show? Your approach to dating?
I don't think so. Like, I feel like you know me, I'm just me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't put on airs. I am who I am. It is what it is. I say whatever. You know, I'm just me.
Yeah.
So I don't think that'll change. The show allowed me to meet 10 really great guys. And it kind of like restored my hope in Houston. Like, oh, there's some good looking guys here that I haven't even been exposed to. So, yeah, but no, I don't think I'll change. What about you?
So, no, because when I went into the show, I went in with the mind state, I'm just going to be myself and just kind of let the chips fall where they may and be okay with the results, whether that be good or bad. So that's kind of my approach in dating. So I'm just going to be myself. And yes, I'm goofy, silly, and you're going to just see that. I'm a big kid, and I don't take myself too serious a lot of times. But I know when to turn that on and off. But that's been my approach, and I'll continue to do that because then you get to know more of a person a little sooner. Now, we're still going to do some things that we might not always do a year or two later. That's just natural, I think, in dating. But I think if we're just ourselves and try to be as transparent as possible, I think that goes a long way. So that's what my mindset going into, and then I'm going to try to continue to do that.
I'm not perfect, for you, though.
This is my show. You had no question.
Oh, it's me. Okay. You right.
No, what you got? No, go ahead. I'm just messing with you. What you got?
Okay, so I know a big part of your job is networking.
Yes.
And when you're in restaurants, you're networking, you're meeting people. How do you handle that on a date? Or do you okay, you turn it off, or do you kind of try to do both?
That's a great question. That's a good question. I cut it off. And this is all kind of new, so I'm still navigating through this. So, I think maybe all of us are. You've been popping though, so. But I'm trying to navigate through this though, so it's difficult. But in the beginning, say if there's a date going on, I haven't been on many dates because I was taking care of my mom in the show. Then I was quarantined in my face and all this kind of stuff. So. In the beginning, if I'm somewhere and some people recognize or notice, or I want to network and talk to a few people, I'll do that early on. Okay. Maybe as the drinks are coming, we're having water and appetizers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then the phone goes away, and then I'm attentive, and then we'll just talk. And then so I guess a little bit of both, maybe 15% of that, because I do know that it's very important that I'm present.
You need to be present, but it's also your job to
network.
So
it's important to me that the lady that I'm with understands that. And don't try to compete for that space because you're here for a reason. So I value you. Mm-hmm. Let me try to do this because I'm also trying to secure the bag.
Right.
So maybe we can enjoy the fruits of the labor at the same time. So.
Right. Right. Trips.
Right.
Bags get flued out.
Right.
Got to let you network.
That's what's up. So would you be okay in that space if a guy was in the public eye or not even in the public eye, was in a position where he needed to, his business was based off of networking and getting to know people because he was in a word of mouth referral type business. Would you be, because you're in that space still?
I am.
So would you be more, I guess, understanding in that regard?
I think so. I'm the type of person, I can hold my own. I can converse with people and kind of strike up my own situation. So I don't have to be up under my guy or being, catered to all the time.
All the time, right.
Now, I do want at some point for it to be about me.
Yeah, for sure.
But if it's, we're working a room, I don't have to even be by you. I know how to work a room and network and do my own thing. And then when we come back together, we come back together. But we both securing the bag. Yeah. We both making great connections. And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think that it's a great thing. I love that. I love that. Okay. So, speaking of getting the bag, and finances.
Okay.
This next question is, if forced to choose, what's more important in a relationship? Love or money? Money, money, money.
Love or money?
Forced to choose, one or the other. So you can't give me no softball 50-50 answer.
You know what? I am a romantic, and I think love is the most powerful force in the world. I think if you have amazing love between each other, everything else just kind of falls in place. Money is going to come as long as you focus on your stuff, taking care of business. But love is just the most beautiful and amazing thing in the whole world. It makes the world go round. It makes your day better. It raises your vibration. And if you really truly love, I feel like it attracts everything else.
Yeah.
Do you believe that? Or you
bars? Damn, I can't even. I just want to just repeat everything you just said.
For real.
But no, that's real. And my force to choose, I would definitely take love, because as you hear, money is the root of all evil. You hear that a lot, and if you look at the number one cause of divorce and failed relationships, is based upon finances. Because I think sometimes we get lost in the world of the hustle and bustle, trying to get the next, trying to get this, trying to get that. And we lose sight of why we came together.
Right.
Because when we first came together, you didn't know what I had in my checking account. Right. I didn't know what you had. I didn't know what debt you had. I didn't know this, that, and the third. None of that. So I think that is the most overwhelming thing that you need to focus on. And I'm a big, big believer in that. That love will lead the way. Now, it's not always going to get you through. But that needs to be the foundation.
Absolutely.
So if I had to choose, it's definitely going to be love. Because I've said this all the time. I feel that I'm a better man in love, in a marriage, in a relationship, because I have someone that I can bounce things off of. They can be my sounding board. They can be my cheerleader. I can be their cheerleader, and I can decompress because the world beats us up. Especially as black people in general.
Absolutely, black men.
And in black men, we really trying. We're behind the eight ball. So definitely, I would choose love over finances because we'll figure out how to get the bag down the road, and we're gonna love getting the bag.
Right, but you know what though? No, I want to correct you.
Okay, go ahead.
Not you, but everybody, because everybody says it's not. Money is not the root of all evil. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil.
We're gonna get to that, Pastor. Thank you for that.
All right.
We're going to get to that,
So
Pastor.
the
You're right, 'cause of
love
love.
of money.
Right.
So when you love it to the point where you love it more than people, that's when it is the root of all evil. Money is currency, it's energy, it's necessary.
Absolutely.
So. But love is better.
Right, and heaven is paved with gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he wants us to have everything he has out there for us.
Topaz,
100%.
all of that.
And that's kind of like too where, we'll get into your ministry a little later, but the whole thing about having adult beverages. There's nothing wrong with that until you overindulge. And then that's when it becomes sinful. Mm-hmm. So to your point, that's what you mean about the money.
Right.
You're right. I stand corrected. Thank you for doing that, Pastor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been waiting for the platform to correct somebody on that.
Oh,
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for it.
You heard it here. Ages and Stages, baby. Okay, moving on. Now, okay, this is a good one. If your partner tells you you need to call more because you have less to do, how would you take that? This is a question. This is an email, or this is sent in on a DM.
If you
should
call more.
You should call me because you
work at home now.
Right.
So you should be able to call me.
Well, I already know that could be an argument, but go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say to that.
I think, you know what? Here's what I say to that. Uh-huh. I like to date men who have their own world, their own stuff going on.
Yes.
Right? So, not that I don't like attention, because I definitely would like to be, I would like to feel like I'm on your mind. But I would also like to know that you're busy enough that if I'm busy, you're not going crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or you're not, stalking, or why you ain't calling me, you know, and it becomes like this thing. Well, you should be calling me more because you ain't got nothing to do. Like, no, we both need to be working.
Yes.
We both need to be doing things to, better ourselves and further our future. Or even just being alone. Like, you should respect your partner's time alone to recharge, to rebuild, to reflect.
Right.
And that's important to me. Like, are you a person that needs to reflect and spend time by yourself and recharge sometimes?
I do. And I think that comes from me being an only child. Uh-huh. So I'm used to playing by myself.
I was raised like an only child. Right. Even though I have brothers and sisters, I was raised pretty much just me.
Right. So we enjoy that private time to ourselves. And then sometimes everybody doesn't get that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Everybody doesn't get that, especially if they had brothers and sisters that they be close in or close in age. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like to go in my dark place and just chill. Nothing's wrong. I just need to, give me a few minutes alone.
Give me a few minutes, right. Because I need to self-reflect. Mm-hmm. I need to journal. I need to figure out what's going on with me so that I'm better when we're together.
Better when we're together. Okay, so let me ask you this. Could you date or be with a man that does not work?
Absolutely not.
What is he doing?
Wait,
I'm going to go there. What if he's y'all got kids and he's the homemaker? Because that's a job in itself. Mm-mm. We respect those at home, that you are a homemaker. I respect and love you guys.
You know what?
Could you do that if those roles were reversed? The traditional roles, not saying that's traditional now. I'm just saying if the man was at home with the kids, could you do that?
I think that works for some people, not for me.
Okay.
The Bible says the man who does not work does not what? Eat.
Hey.
A man should be out working so that we eat, so that our house is protected and paid for.
What if he says, I'm working, take care of these two kids, and I'm homeschooling them, we zoomed up right now, I'm feeding them, I'm vacuuming, the food is ready, that's work. Not
That's sexy to me.
Okay, hey, I like it. Hey, we're going to keep it 100 here.
Because we can hire a chef. Hey. We can hire a maid. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather
I told y'all I wouldn't have got that bag.
So I would rather you be out, tilling the soil, working.
Tilling the soil. Ooh, well, you better till that soil, fellas. Hey, if you want to get winter, you better be tilling some soil. You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Need to be working.
So, to piggyback off what you said, I agree that that would be. I would never say that to someone. Well, you don't have as much going on, so you should go. I think it should be equal, but you shouldn't be waiting by the phone to hear from me.
Okay.
And I won't do the same because I'm out working and I may have like a filler text or something maybe, or we may go a whole I leave you in the morning. Hey babe, I'm gone. See you. Boom, kiss. Boom. I might not talk to you until later on because I've been working, and for you to understand that, and I would do the same. Now, if it's not reciprocated, if I'm doing it, I can't expect you to not do it. So, but I don't like someone that's going to pour everything into me while I'm out there. What am I doing? Because to me, then down the road, that person will lose sense of self. And then when they do find themselves, then they're going to have resentment because these years they poured, and then they felt they lost some of their life.
Right.
And enjoying themselves and their passions. So people ask me what I like about a woman. I like about a woman who's passionate in whatever she does.
Right.
Whether that's a Walmart greeter. If you're the best Walmart greeter, if you're passionate about that, get up and go to work, you're passionate about doing that, boom. You're not studying me when you're working because you're passionate about doing that.
Right.
So, yeah, I agree. I want somebody to have a passion for that and not put all that rest on my shoulders. Because we're not perfect. I'm going to disappoint you.
Right.
And you're going to disappoint me if I'm putting all of my eggs in your life while I'm at home or I'm at my own job that I hate my job and I'm all worried about yours. Right. So, yeah.
So you like a woman who kind of has her own world, her own whatever she's doing at a high level. And what about like hanging out with her girlfriends? Are you the guy who's like, hurry up and come home, don't hang out with your girls? What about me?
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. I like where to go with your girls.
Okay.
Go hang out with your girls. Go do your thing. Go have fun. Because I'm going to hold it back. Because I'm going to do, I'm going to want to do the same. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite. But if I'm being 100% honest, like, I want you to go hang out with your girls. Because you're going to get a little tipsy. And then you coming home.
And he get all the benefits.
And it's on. Like, and I might be like, yeah, go with your girls. Yes, please. I'll be here when you get back. We'll talk.
Right.
Like, so, no, I love that.
She come in feeling good. Yes. She a little bit loose. And you get to have a good time.
Yes. Yeah, man. The gift that keeps on giving.
I'm with it.
Right? Good question. All right. So, let's move on. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. This is a good one for you because I know you tons of DMs from all over the country. How do you feel about long distance relationships? Do they work, and would you consider participating in a long distance relationship, or have you in the past?
I have in the past, and I'm not a fan.
Okay.
I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Even though I'm a busy person, like I'm an affectionate person, like I want to be around you. I want to be able to go see you, pretty quickly. So I want to at least be in the same city or driving distance.
Right.
Now, I might buy a private jet package from you.
Okay, I got you. Yes.
And if I had that type of situation where I could just hop on a plane and go see him all the time.
Yeah, no TSA, just boom, pull up.
Just boom, pull up and get on the plane.
Okay, yeah.
It could work. But for the most part, like, I would rather, like, I want to be around you. Like, I want to, watch the game or eat and...
Wait, time out. Fellas, did y'all hear that? She said watch the game? You watching games?
I watch the game. Listen, but let me put a disclaimer in there. I don't know what's going on really, but I'm with you though.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you. Content eating my popcorn, drinking my Moscato.
Okay.
And you got company.
Boom. Okay, ladies, take notes. All right, I'm sorry to cut you off. Stuff just pops out at me. I got to jump on it.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah. No, I do enjoy like a good basketball game. Football, I am totally clueless. I'm sorry, guys. Ladies, I would like to be your football heroine, but I'm not.
Got you. So you have before it, but you're not really looking to do that going forward.
I want to be with you.
Yeah, I got you. And I'll answer that question as well. I've never been in a long distance relationship. I would say when I graduated from college, my girlfriend at the time had another semester to finish school.
Okay.
And I went back here, and the plan was her to come here. So that was only maybe 6 months. We knew it was coming. She was coming here. So I don't necessarily count that. But now, I would be open to it prior to having a child. Mm-hmm. Okay? Everybody knows that's
you are so involved in your son's life.
I'm super involved in my son's life.
And I really respect that.
Thank you so much.
You out there every week.
I'm every week.
Every week.
And to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why I went full-time entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. Because he's getting older, and I'm no longer under the same roof. So I want to be able to create my own schedule.
Got you.
So what I would say to that is it would have to, it wouldn't work for me long-term, that person, but I would be very upfront and honest with that person and be like, hey, here's the deal. I'm a package deal. I am not leaving my son. So if you come to Houston and make that sacrifice for me, when he's old enough, when he's of age, if he's 18, And if you absolutely hate Houston, we can move anywhere you want to move.
Okay.
And I would make that deal with that person. But
Okay.
he's 8, so that's 10 years.
10 years.
Minimum, at least.
Uh-huh.
But I would be to that. But I can't leave my son. So I wouldn't move anywhere. But as far as the long distance, that's a little tough because one of my love languages is physical touch, and I want to be near you more than less. So that would be difficult for me.
You don't want to wait till like once a week or once every 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's difficult.
That's hard. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Wynter. Ooh, the fellas want to know this. Your must-haves in a man, as well as your deal breakers.
Must-haves. Must have a great sense of humor. Must have honesty. I love a very, very honest man. I like generous men.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean I expect you to buy me things, but there's a spirit of generosity that I'm looking for.
Right.
Like, are you a good tipper? Stuff like that. Can I get some extra cheese? You know what I mean? Like, can I supersize it? Are you generous?
Right.
Like, spirit of generosity. I like men who love God or have a very, very good spiritual understanding. Men who respect their mothers, who take very good care of their family. Like, I look at things like that.
Okay.
Because if a man can't respect his mom, he's probably not going to be a good husband or a good mate.
Right.
Let's see. Tall, nice body. Oh, I'm getting to the physical way.
Yeah,
Let me go back.
Hey, you got to see this person first.
You got to see him.
You don't see he's a good to his mama on the outside.
You don't.
It's not on his forehead.
Right.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Got to be attractive.
We keep it real over here.
So he has to be attractive. And just self-aware. Like, I want someone who's willing to self-correct and be aware. Like, oh, okay, I didn't really react the right way on that situation. Or maybe I could have communicated better. Like, very self-aware, very always self-correcting, always looking at himself and trying to be a good leader, good friend. So things like that.
Okay. And then deal breaker?
Oh, it's going to sound so shallow. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like my
when you do this, I know something coming.
Okay, my pet peeves are liars and cheapskates.
Okay.
Again, it's not about how much money you spend, but if I can't get popcorn or if you won't
Like, come on. Okay, let me stop you right here. How many guys have you dated who can't buy you popcorn? Extra cheap.
Or we just surprised.
Really?
I've had guys like,
ladies, is that bad?
I've had guys like, you can get popcorn, but you need to get water out the fountain.
Wynter, no.
This was a long time ago.
Okay.
Not recent.
Golly. Okay.
But things like that. If I want to, like, let's go on go to a nice restaurant. I can understand. Sometimes it ain't in the budget.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. But if every time, like, it's you suggesting, like, Olive Garden, Golden Corral, I can't even
Golden Corral. Man, I can't tell you last time I did one of those. Okay.
But I need to ask you.
Yeah, I was going to answer.
What are your deal breakers?
Okay, so my deal breakers, man, I've been asked that quite a bit. It's hard for me. Thanks for walking in front of the camera.
Oh, thanks
a lot.
All right.
Okay.
Patron.
Yeah. So, anyway, my deal breaker is people who walk in front of cameras while we're live.
That patron didn't know better.
Right. Jesus. And then, so next would be someone who doesn't love kids. Like, period. I'm out. You don't have to even want anymore. I got a great son. He's phenomenal. You can have your own. Great. And I'm not looking for a mother for my son.
Right.
He's got a phenomenal mother. I don't need that.
You got to at least like kids and be willing to build a relationship.
Exactly. So that's number one. And it's hard for me to, like, really like the easy stuff. You can't be an alcoholic or
no substance abuse.
Right,
I forgot to add
abuse, stuff like that. You can't smoke cigarettes. You can't walk in with a square in your mouth like, hey, what's up?
On crack. No crack.
And then other people who don't think they can evolve and learn. Okay. Before I got into, a lot of people have heard this now. Before I got into the car industry, I was a basketball coach, head high school basketball coach, and coached on the college level. And one of the head coaches I worked for at University of Houston, he told me, and he had tons of success. He was like, the minute you think you've learned everything and don't need assistance from younger, older, whatever, you need to get out of whatever you're doing. And I think that's the same in relationships.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll keep it 100, just talking to my guys like barbershop talk, because we're going to keep it real here, and I'm going to give you insight from a man's perspective.
Love
Like,
it.
I hear a lot that we love the fact that y'all are getting y'all's bag and y'all are self-sufficient and independent.
Okay.
But again, we still want to be valued and needed, but we have to give y'all that. But at the same time, a lot of guys feel that women no longer will fall on the sword and apologize for the things that they messed up.
What?
Yes, I'm telling. Hey, I'm keeping 100. He's like a lot of guys I've talked to said they can count on one hand that their significant other has genuinely apologized to them.
What?
Yes, 100%. Because now we feel we're not valued anymore, and we get sometimes emasculated by that.
Okay.
And then we don't, like, it seems like we're the one that's always apologizing.
Okay.
Like, even the guys sometimes feel like, if we want to have sex, we got to apologize for whatever, because if we don't, it's not going down.
It ain't going down.
Right. But if there's a mutual argument, the guy got to always initiate the apology. That's how I'm telling you how we feel. This is how we talk. This barbershop talk. Y'all want to hear the real?
Valid.
This is the real.
It's valid if you feel that way.
Right. So
I don't believe it,
a person who can apologize and admit their faults, because we're all not perfect.
Okay.
And then someone who can take the self-reflection and take ownership, kind of like what you were saying. But because I love a powerful, strong woman.
Right.
I love that. That's attractive to me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, we still want to feel like you will allow us to be a man when the opportunity presents itself.
Okay.
We love, go be that. Mm-hmm. Go be powerful. Go do that. And I'm not here to dim your light. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, sometimes guys now feel that our light is being dimmed.
Okay.
So I'm breaking news. This is normally in a group of about 4 or 5 guys.
That, you know what, I'm gonna definitely take that into account.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel like I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not perfect, but I'm a person I do a lot of self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to look at, like, what triggered me. Like, why, when you said that, did that take me down whatever path it was? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll usually apologize, especially if I've sat back and thought about how did we get there.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I'm going to be way more aware of that now that you said it. So
right.
That's good. That's good information,
that's
ladies.
Ages and stages.
They want apologies.
Yeah.
Give it to them. Just apologize. Call it a day.
Right. That's what we be doing. Okay. And then, my must-haves. Again, I said that already. I think you got pass for life kid. I got to be attracted to you. You got to be, the whole 9 yards. Okay. Yep. So let's move on. Okay. What is the status right now, Wynter, of your relationship with Simone? Mm-hmm. And then what's the status of the relationship with your sister wife?
Joy.
From the show, y'all. I'm not with sister wife, Joy. Okay.
You know what? I hung out with Joy yesterday.
Okay.
Like the whole day.
Hey, Joy. Joy's the home.
Hey, Joy.
I love Joy.
We were together from like 12 o'clock in the afternoon till midnight.
Uh-huh.
Don't ask us what we was doing.
Yeah,
we was out.
Yeah.
So no, me and Joy are still absolutely very, very close.
Okay.
We spend a lot of time together. Simone is also we become actually friends.
Okay, good.
So Simone is so funny. Like,
oh God,
she is hilarious.
The life of the party,
the
life of Instagram. She'll keep you laughing. She'll keep you entertained.
She is. And what I love about Simone is, number one, she always trying to hook me up with somebody because she know everybody. And number two, like, we'll exchange like these quips and jokes back and forth by text.
Right.
If you read our text thread, you will be cracking up. Like, it's hilarious. So yeah, I'm cool with both of them. Love them both, and you'll see them both on Wine with Wynter coming up.
Hey,
Joy, I think, will be this Wednesday.
Okay. Perfect. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's move on. Okay, this is another one for you, Wynter. You've said in previous interviews that you and Anthony are no longer seeing each other. But what is the current status of y'all's relationship? And also, what is the current status of you and Jay's relationship? Ooh. Okay, we're gonna get into it. Here we go.
It's really nothing to get into.
Okay.
I went
just
to
the smize, though. The smize said something.
Well, you know what's funny is because a lot of people keep asking. They really want to know. Yeah. They're hoping that maybe something will come from it or it'll evolve. Yeah. But honestly, I went to Anthony's birthday party. He came to my birthday party in January, and as far as I know, we're cool. But no, there isn't too much.
Nothing romantic there. Y'all just friends.
We're decent, so
Okay.
we're good.
Okay. Decent is good. That's better than not decent.
Right. Well, decent, like, yeah, we're good. We're cool.
Okay. Good.
Jay. He came to my birthday party too.
Okay.
Showed
When,
some
wait,
love.
when was his birthday party? How many months ago?
That was January 20th.
Okay.
You were there.
I know. I'm just. Okay.
Like, you were there.
I know.
Yeah, everyone's cool. There are some relationships that I think you just have to let it be.
Okay.
And I think
Nothing wrong with that.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I answer your question, kinda, sorta?
That's good enough for me.
That's good enough.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one for you, Wynter. Wynter, you've been married before. As a result of what happened in your previous marriage, do you think you can tell the signs now if they're present again in a potential man?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I knew then the signs.
Oh, okay.
But I ignored them.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
Because like many of us, like we go into situations and kind of ignore the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, this will get better, or I can love them through it, or I can change that. Like, I think nowadays I'm way more aware of that, and I'm not going to dive in head first anymore.
Okay.
Now every decision is very calculated. Like, how much of this can I deal with? Because there are some things that you may notice that, ladies and gentlemen, in a marriage, they may not go away.
Right.
Matter of fact, you may get married and it amplifies. So you have to decide if you're willing to live with it. Would you agree with that?
1,000%.
Right.
Yeah,
Because there's some stuff like you saw it in the beginning and you're like, okay, well, maybe that'll stop. Mm-hmm. Some habits never go away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. No, I get that. It's a fine line because we all also have to know that this person is not going to be perfect and never will be. But if there's something that's monumentally different, like, for instance, I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine who's engaged, and they're having premarital counseling right now, which I think is very, very important. Those of you who are seeing someone who want to get married have premarital counseling. They were trying to work through some things, some issues, and his perspective was similar. Like, I can't change something that's in your core. Like, his perspective or his analogy was like, okay, I'm 6'6". We go into counseling, you always gonna be 6'6". We can't counsel through you being 6'6".
Right.
So that was his perspective on that, kind of saying what you're saying. So I think we need to understand that this person is not perfect and be okay with those little things that.
Or decide what you're okay with.
Exactly. Be okay with those and decide that. But if you don't, because if you still continue to go forward with this, then I think that's where some self-sabotage can come in. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that would happen as well. So I think you have to really, really. It sounds cliche. I've never done this, so I'm not taking credit for I've done this. But I think. Do you believe in a pros and cons list? Would you ever do that?
Tell me about this list.
So I've heard in counseling when, let's say, for someone is on the brink of leaving each other, right?
Okay.
And because I think naturally, at some point when you're with someone for such a long time, you're going to take them for granted, right or wrong or indifferent. I think it just naturally happens. So, okay, what does the world look like without this person?
Oh,
like, okay, like the grass isn't always greener. Okay. So give me a list of what's so bad and what you think is great about this person.
Okay.
And then you take that back to your prayer closet, whatever you got to do, and you go look through those. And you might get a real perspective.
Wow.
And then versus talking to your single homeboys or single girlfriends, talking about how much they love the single life. Talk to them about the challenges of the single life.
Right.
Then you can compare their challenges to your list.
Right.
He's like, wait, what? That's all that? Like, nah, this list right here is not as bad as what you're telling me.
Right.
So that's the list. I've never done that, but
I think that's a great exercise. Yeah, because you might see, like, okay, some of the things that I'm concerned about are not that bad.
Right. Yeah. All right.
But I think you just need to go into it with open eyes. Like, okay, if this guy is not a cleanly person, he doesn't clean up after himself, like, don't think he's going to magically turn into Mr. Clean.
Yes.
After y'all get together. Like, you're going to deal with those same habits.
Right.
And maybe even worse. It might even intensify.
Yeah, you either have to make a decision. You just going to walk over them dirty socks or you just going to pick them up.
Right.
And then that's not your battle. Like, that's not him. Okay, I will take that mantle.
Right.
Because a marriage or a relationship is teamwork. And I think it's like a tug of war. right? If we're pulling in the same direction, we'll win. But if you're pulling that way, I'm pulling that way, the rope never moves.
Right.
And it's tension in that rope, and tension in a relationship. So,
Right.
So, yeah. Okay, so I told you we'd get into the ministry side of Miss Wynter. And you remember, I didn't know this until later on.
That's always like a key question, y'all.
Right.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Remember, I didn't know this until later on in the process of knowing you throughout the show. I think we were even back from filming and I didn't know. Remember, I sent you a text like, I saw something, an old clip of you. I was like, did you? And he was like, yeah, you didn't know that? I did not know. So if you did not know, Wynter used to be in the ministry. And let's talk about that and what did you do and then why did you leave the ministry? And I know you still minister in your own way.
Yeah.
But were you raised in the church? Like you always knew that you wanted to be in that leadership role as a minister or a pastor? Kind of talk about that and why you are no longer actively behind the pulpit, so to speak.
Right. Very good. So, and you have it exactly right. So I am an ordained minister. Still am. Still absolutely love God. Still absolutely love speaking and teaching love in the Word of God. I made a decision at some point in life that some of the church's beliefs I could really no longer align with.
Okay.
I believe the church became this very rigid and judgmental place for me.
Right.
Where certain people were excluded or preached against, people because of their, gender preference, sexual preference, even race, women were belittled. And so I said, God, I want to still demonstrate your love, your kindness, your word, but I want to do it in new and conventional ways and in ways that honor you without making people feel judged. Because God is bigger than that box that people put him in. You know what I mean?
For sure. Way bigger.
Way bigger than that box. So, I found ways to touch people outside of the church and love people and innovative ways to get the word out without without putting it right in their face. Because there are some people who will never go into church and they still need God.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
They still need to know who God is. They still need to know love and experience love. And that's what makes them attracted to God. So, that, and I also learned this. God loves me as me. So I don't need to look like anybody. I don't need to be in a pulpit with the high collar on because I wore the high collars.
Yeah.
I wore the black suits, and I did all of that and I did it well. I love it. But God loves me as me. So the way that he made me, I can reach people the same way and I don't have to be in a pulpit. So.
Yeah. No, and when I've heard you speak on that before and just knowing you this time that I've had to know you, you're 1,000% right. So I'd like to. I grew up in Houston, born and raised, right? But I had very, very country, deep Southern Louisiana type of upbringing as well. I spent 3 months every summer. That's back when summers was full 3 months. These kids out for 2 weeks now. Seem like in the summer.
Right.
Which was good. They go back to school. Anyway, in that deep Baptist church, and my grandfather was, a deacon. He was on the treasury board. I'd go up there doing penny collection. I'd go up there and help him out with my little suit and everything. But in that setting, there was a lot of talking down on certain things and a lot of hypocritical speech.
Absolutely.
Right? And when we're all not perfect, and at the end of the day, you shouldn't be looking to a perfect church, right?
Right.
Because I'm looking to this person. He is the vessel delivering this stuff to me. I shouldn't be looking for them to be perfect anyway. Right? He's coming from a perfect God. You should be looking at that person, or you should be looking at the man that he's just the vessel giving you that. Because I know that you like to have a good time.
I like to have a good time. And I like to wear what I want to wear.
You like to wear, shit. Like, Wynter, y'all see Wynter be popping. And Wynter wants to have a drink and not be judged by it. Like, nothing's wrong with that. But so I love the fact that you were strong enough and believed in yourself and believed in your God enough to where you would still be blessed and still be judged properly by the one and only person
that
matters.
One that matters.
And you stepped out on that, and that kudos to that.
Thank you.
I value that and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Because for those people who don't come into the church, because they hear about, right? And they hear about the discretions of people in the church. And they ain't going to talk to me like I ain't blah, blah, blah. They need other people like you that can get their spiritual food other than those 4 walls of a church. So that was bigger for you to do that. That's bigger for you to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we appreciate that. So, all right, guys, we're out of the questions. What I want to do now is we're going to look at a few of the comments. All right, and we're going to take these last 10 minutes, and we're going to answer some of the comments. So we're going to look at the comments. Guys, if you haven't yet, go to the YouTube Live channel. That's where we're going to be answering the comments and
Somebody
questions.
said I was describing you when I was talking about the perfect guy.
Hey!
Well, cheers.
Hey, right, cheers to that. I don't have anything else in here, but...
Right, I only got like one sip.
Okay. You can help me here, too. Anything that jumps out at you, okay. I agree, she's describing Rashid. Preach, God isn't in the four walls of the church. Yep, 100%.
It can be spiritual, yes.
Okay.
And you know what, listen, I want to tell y'all this.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who are watching, understand this. That God designed an audience specifically for you, for how you look, how you sound, what you wear, for your tattoos. Like, there is an audience who will receive God the way that you are. You don't have to look like anybody else. And when I accepted that, then, hey, here I am, tattoos, tight dresses, still loving Jesus.
Hey.
Amen.
Okay. So, okay, one of the questions, okay, so are you dating now? And what is the current status of your dating life? And how is that for you right now? What are you doing right now?
Oh my God, I don't have a dating life.
You don't have a dating life right now?
Help me. I am not dating. Are you dating?
I've been out on like one or two dates. You
You get more action than I am.
One or two dates, but they haven't been impactful enough. You know what I'm saying? For me to be like, oh yeah, I'm going this route. So
I got you.
yeah, so no, but still definitely open to it, and you know, I got my eye on one.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I know her?
I think you do, but we can talk about that later.
Off camera. I want to find out about that. I'll tell you. Just follow me.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Okay, so let's talk about as these other ones come in. Let's talk about what Miss Wynter has going on. I see you doing a lot of great things. I see you've been traveling the country with your vision board extravaganzas, and all of them been sold out.
All of them sold out.
So tell us about that. Tell us what else you have going on, and tell us if you have any more of those vision parties coming up. Just like what's going on.
So I am always doing innovative ways to share God and empower women and men. So I have a new series I'm starting called Women, Wine, and Wisdom.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm excited about that. So we can come out, have a glass of wine. I'll usually do a workshop and share some words on empowerment, self-love,
Yeah.
self-care. And so I got one coming up in the DMV area at the end of this month. I'll be in DC on March the 31st doing Women, Wine, and Wisdom. I'm going to come back and do one in Houston. I'm gonna all of y'all that keep requesting me to come to your city, I'm working on it. I promise I am. But yeah, Women, Wine, and Wisdom is the next series. And I just want to talk and get up close and personal, and let's grow and share truth with each other. So that's what I got going on. I still got Wine with Wynter, and we're going to expand that to touch some professionals we haven't heard from.
Okay.
Still got my consulting business, and just any way that God has given me to share the gospel and love on people, that's what I'll be doing. What about you? You still got Car God Season 2.
Yes.
Did it already start?
Yes. So my Car Gods, thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
My Car Gods started Season 2. I'm 2 episodes in. The first episode was Nephew Tommy. He bought a Rolls Royce from me. So if y'all not on my YouTube channel, on my other one, it's Car Gods, GAWDS. That is out right now, and I just did one with my dentist.
Okay.
Dentist Dr. Simone Ellis, Smile Design Studios here in Houston. And I've got another one that's going to drop on Thursday. So those are going to show every Thursday at 8.
Yeah.
So check out that. And the Agent Stages every Monday night. And right now,
Monday night.
I've got my clothing line is still out there. We got to work on that. Wynter is going to be one of my models.
I've been waiting.
I
ain't got a call yet. We've been talking about this since, October?
Right. So it's on me. I'm going to make that happen.
Right.
All right. So let's see. Do we have anything juicy from you guys before we sign off? What's this? I disagree with all the people.
Yay, Terry, DMV. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to post the link tomorrow. It's only a few tickets left.
All right. Y'all hear that? Few tickets left. DMV. Let me know when you go. When are you going out there? My brother lives in DC. I'm gonna tell him and his lady to pull up.
Come on. Well, you can come.
When is it?
Probably March 31st through the 1st or something like that.
31st. And you know what? I think I mentioned this to you. I've got a testimony about vision boards.
Oh, you
I
told
do.
me. Okay, yeah,
I
tell
do.
me. Cause
And I'm not ready to drop it yet, but they work. And then I didn't, transparency. I thought it was a girl thing. Women do that, blah, blah, blah. And, this um, lady friend of mine, lady I was dating, mentioned it to me, and she valued it so much. And I value again what people have passions for, especially if you're my woman. I'm gonna value that. So okay, let me look into it. Let me see the vibe. So one Thanksgiving, I'm sitting there by myself. My son's there. I'm cutting up stuff. I look on YouTube on how to do one, right? And I'll just go get these magazines. I start writing and put all this stuff on this vision board. And when I tell you, vision boards work, and so much has worked or has came to pass off that vision board.
wow,
It's unbelievable. When I
love that. Yes.
when I reflect on it, and something big is right now in the works. I don't want to say it yet because I don't want to jinx myself.
I'm excited for you. I don't even know
That
what
was
it is.
put on my vision board. It's like mind blowing. And then I'm going to share that along with all the other things that have come to pass since that time.
Yeah.
Now, tell me this, as a vision board expert. I heard, one, that you're not supposed to keep it in public sight. It's supposed to be only for you to see.
Okay.
And two, are you supposed to renew one or redo one every year, every 6 months, every 18? How is there any rules to it, or you just kind of flow how you want to flow?
I feel like every year,
Okay.
or possibly every 6 months.
Okay.
Like if you have a year where you're killing it and hitting milestones, and it's time to refresh your vision board, then do it.
Okay.
So yeah, at least once a year, maybe twice a year, or even once every quarter if you're killing your goals and crushing them.
Okay.
But I feel like your vision board should be somewhere where you can see it every day.
Right.
So for some people, they keep it right by their bed. One of my cousins, she has it right in front of her treadmill, and she gets on the treadmill every day, so it's right there while she's working out.
Yeah.
So I think you got to keep the vision in front of you.
Yeah.
That's how you start to see manifestation happen. Okay, so you need to be seeing it every day. Don't make the mistake that I used to make, which was putting my vision board downstairs or in my office somewhere and not really looking at it. Like you need to keep it present. Keep those ideas, those goals, those visions present, and watch them start to manifest.
Right.
As long as you're grateful, I teach people joyful expectation. Okay. So when you look at your vision board, you need to get excited about it as if it already happened.
Right. I love that. I love that. So I keep mine in my bathroom on my over the medicine cabinet, because who uses medicine cabinets these days? So it's right there. So while I'm brushing my teeth, getting ready, it's right there, and I can also see it from my shower.
Right.
So it's always there. Now I have a confession though. You said 6 months to a year. Mine's been over a year, but I'm so scared to do another one because so much stuff is like.
But the Lord is
so much
not
stuff is
magic.
working.
But no.
I know it's not magic, but I feel that way. I'm just being honest. I don't want to touch it because this is been just phenomenal.
We'll put one beside it.
Okay, so it's time
Because the Lord is not magic.
No, it's not.
It's the
not.
mind.
It's not. It's not. My mind's saying I don't want to mess with it because. But okay, so I learned myself about the vision board. So I need to do another one because mine is over a year old.
I'm seeing what they're saying. What they say. Okay. So you do need a refresh.
There we go. Speak it into existence. Believe, manifest. Yes, your dreams. Attitude of gratitude. Absolutely.
Look.
I think it's gonna be Simone. I'm
Well,
just curious. Have you all ever went on a date?
I'm gonna find out. Don't worry.
Somebody asked, have me and you ever been on a date?
Have we?
No, we haven't. No,
we have
no,
not.
we haven't.
We've hung out together at the same club.
Oh yeah. We like Wynter will hit me like, yo, you moving around tonight? And I'll hit Wynter like, yo, because we like to have fun.
We do.
Yeah, we like to have fun. But no, we haven't been on a formal date. We have not.
No.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. It is 9:00 here, and we wanted to. First of all, I want to thank you, Wynter, so much. You just came and took the Ages and Stages podcast to a whole nother level.
This
I
was
know y'all would agree.
really, really good discussion.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you
It
for
was dope.
facilitating this.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. So anything you want to get out, tell everybody what you got going on, anything that you neglected to mention.
No, if you follow me on Instagram, you can find out a lot of the events that I have going on. WynterPatterson.net is my website. Wine with Wynter is on YouTube. So just go on YouTube, type in Wine with Wynter, and all the episodes will come up. You'll see Joy and Simone. That Simone interview is going to be really good.
Yeah, I'm
so
sure.
that's coming up. But yeah, if you follow me, you can find out what's going on. But I love you, and I'm so grateful for all of you who have been kind, who have spoken life into me and to Rashid. We thank you for that. Like, it's priceless.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Wynter. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you all. We will be back next week at Sleek Chocolatier here in Houston, 5868 Westheimer Road. Y'all come out. We will take a live audience and we'll take live questions from you guys as well. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. We love you, and we'll see you next week. And we are out. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Boom. Boom. Boom.